Welcome to the Go Gettas podcast. We have a decided opportunity. I'm Colby.
And I'm Tits McGee, destroyer of worlds.
What?
But you can call
Why
me
would you just pin that on the end?
Death comes in many forms.
Okay. And sometimes it's an Anchorman reference, I guess.
Yeah. I live in a hotel, and it might be FX. I don't know what channel they have, but they play like a lot of like old movies, a lot of new movies.
Mm-hmm.
You know, movies.
Yeah, you know movies.
And they were showing Anchorman the other day.
What a great movie.
It is a good movie. You know what other movie they were showing on TV the other day? Ocean's 13.
Oh, right.
And you want to know what channel they were showing it on?
Tell everyone, Fee.
Cartoon Network.
Yeah. What the fuck is that about?
What the... we were watching it. My mom was watching it. She loves that movie. And she had left. And I was like, I'm going to be here. I'm going to turn it to It's Giving. And when I pulled up the guide on the TV into the living room, it was like Cartoon Network. I was like, this can't be right.
No way.
This was like, 5 o'clock in the afternoon? No, it's like 6 in the afternoon. So like Adult Swim isn't on.
Man.
And apparently they do a thing called Acme Night.
That's right. I was reading about this because I was also trying to get down to the bottom of this because I was like very diehard. You know, like back in the day, it was like you could not watch something that was not cartoons on Cartoon Network unless it was infomercials. And then Adult Swim came along and the rules got bent a little bit. And I was like, they got maybe a couple things here and there. Hey,
like I've seen there's been like a few live action movies on Cartoon Network, like fucking mostly like Space Jam or like Looney Tunes busting out or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The Muppets movie even, but like I was taken aback. I was like, what is going on? And I was confused, and I guess some other people were confused as well. But I don't know, man. I'm surprised. Like, I don't know how they got away with it. I don't know what wheel or like dartboard they were throwing at that they landed on Ocean's 13.
Yeah, it's a weird because like the idea behind this like Acme thing is like it's a like movies for the whole family. It's a movie that you can watch with your kids, and I'm not convinced that Ocean's 13 is one of those.
No,
I don't. Who am I? Who am I?
Yeah, like I don't know what the kids are all up in a Fortnite. You know, they're desensitized. These kids, just these fucking. Oh God, times are changing. They've transformed even.
Yeah, they've gone even further beyond. Actually,
I think TV Now is in its final form.
This is a very special episode of Go Gettas podcast. We are introducing we're introducing some stuff here. We're doing some things.
Yeah, this is a very special episode. Bring them on out. Go Gold Freezer. Come on out.
Go on. This is this is a segment we like to call Tops and Bottoms, in which we do our top threes and bottom threes of a particular subject. And today we're going to be talking about anime transformations, baby.
Yeah, son.
Gonna be a good one. So top three anime transformations, bottom three anime transformations. Me and Fee were we were talking about One Piece, and we just realized we were thinking about like the different transformations in One Piece, and we're like, you know what, we should rank anime transformations. There's some really fucking bad ones out there.
Yeah, there's some bad ones. I think this will be fun. I was looking into it today. Like, there's not like a lot of them.
It depends on what you count as a transformation. To be fair.
Yeah. I almost asked you today, but I didn't. I was like, do like Sentai count? Like, could I have said Power Rangers?
I feel like you could say Power Rangers. I feel like that
But
counts.
it's not really anime. It's like,
Yeah, fair. It's just fair.
yeah.
Then
So like
no, you couldn't.
oh man, yeah. Well then, yeah. I'm gonna hold on. Let me change my answer.
Yeah, hang on, hang on. Let me pull up my pencil eraser here.
Yeah. That sounds like a salt shaker.
It is. I thought that's what.
Yeah, I was salting away the words. So, you want to go ahead and start you want to start off strong, go tops.
Yeah, yeah. Let's start at some tops. So I've got my top three. They are in
Yeah.
no particular order, so I'm just gonna pick one.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna actually start off really strong here. This
Ooh.
is what I consider to be one of like the hypest transformations of all time
God, I already
in anime history. Big fan.
I okay.
This is the first time that Goku goes Super Saiyan, right?
I knew it. I
Fucking
knew
you
I
can't
knew it.
it's so hard to beat that because like we had in the series in Dragon Ball Z, I think we had heard about Super Saiyans before.
Yeah.
But they hadn't ever like been like, oh, it's possible to transform into a Super Saiyan, right? Like they have
well,
like the monkey form.
yeah.
That's not it.
Well, like it's like an ancient form that like
Mhm.
no one's ever seen. But the thing about like Super Saiyans, I think we all knew it was gonna happen before it happened, because we had like that trickle down like bootleg merchandise.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Yeah, that was the thing that spoiled what Super Saiyan looked like. Was you just saw like, oh yeah, this is Super Saiyan 3 Trunks, and I was like, who? Who dat?
Yeah, I'm like, whoa, what?
I don't
And
understand.
yeah, and there was also another thing of like, so I don't know if this was like Sona's like first one, but like I know there was like that very like Super Saiyan like 8 Goku with
Yeah.
the hair that's long as his body.
Yeah, it's just like
It's just-
get out of the frame of a picture, fucking
So
red
like,
eyes and shit, just like the
Yeah.
internet was just full of like, oh no, this is like a secret Super Saiyan form that they only know about in Japan. Okay.
Yeah, but like no one like really knew, so like
Yeah, who am I
You-
to
you
say
just-
you're wrong?
yeah. So like the first transformation is so iconic.
Yeah.
And like the reason one of the other reasons like for this topic today is because as of this recording tomorrow, we're getting Gear 5th, baby.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people online, a lot of chatter online is Gear 5th gonna be more iconic than Super Saiyan Goku first transform?
Yeah, I for me personally, so like I read One Piece from chapter 1000 all the way up to like where we are now. So I did like I was reading it live whenever Gear 5th was coming.
Yeah.
And the chatter like the day the manga came out was really crazy, and then like the like whenever it was revealed it was like, whoa, okay, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I will say for me personally, having like the effects that they were using in Dragon Ball Z to like delineate some shit is happening, like it's this like dark sky, Goku's basically convulsing because he's too pissed off, and you just see like a couple of flashes of like, whoa, oh, these bombers,
Well, like, yeah, I think that's what makes it like real cool. Like he's standing there and like he's like you're not. Because the English dub is more iconic to me because of course
sure.
I didn't see it in the sub back then. So he's like, you're not gonna get away with this, and he's like, ah. And then, like the music is coming in real low, but then like it bursts up high.
Yeah, and like Goku starts off by basically like his voice is like wavering, but it's kind of low.
Yeah.
when he's talking about what a shitheel Frieza is, and then he's like, "I'm not gonna let you get away with this." Fucking then is whatever like the screaming starts. So good. So I like you can't get a more hype moment than that, because you like whenever Goku actually goes Super Saiyan, you're like, oh fuck, shit got this is real. Real shit is happening right now.
Yeah, Goku stopped playing around. Like he wasn't like fucking around. He was just beating the shit out of Frieza.
Mm-hmm.
So like I think that's what made it more serious, because Goku, like the way he fights is more like playful, like more jovial.
Yeah.
But he goes Super Saiyan and like all bets are off. He's become serious fighter. He has like permanent scowl on his face.
Mm-hmm. He's like, you killed Krillin, and now I'm going to tear you in half.
Well, I mean, he didn't, but
yeah, fair. But still, like that was like a turning point in the fight. Like you're up until that point, Frieza's like this like really overwhelming like force. And then that's the point at which you're like, oh shit, Goku can put up a fight now, and like this is some level we haven't seen before. This is like, you know, nobody like at that point in Dragon Ball Z, nobody had a transformation yet, really.
Yeah. All we had was like KO. Well, we had Kaioken, and we had some villains like transforming, like Frieza had been like transforming. But like, I don't know. He was calling them forms, but I don't know. For me, I don't get why he transformed.
Yeah, I don't either. Like Frieza had like 4 different forms, and all of them I was like, I mean, this is okay. This is different.
Yeah, like what? Like why though? Like he went from like regular Frieza. By the way, regular Frieza, like he doesn't go into that form anymore.
No,
but that's a good design.
It is the one with like the spike head.
Yeah, with the horns.
Yeah,
and, like,
it's good.
It's so good. And then he goes into tall Frieza.
And tall Frieza, yeah. There's a long head Frieza. Fucking
yeah.
All of these different Frieza forms, by the way, are just him being like, oh, I need more power, I'm just gonna transform. It's not like I'm mad, these are the consequences of your actions.
Yeah,
it's
and then
dumb.
he goes in a final form, which he never comes out of ever again.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I was like, what are the point of the other two?
Yeah, what happened? Why do we need those?
Yeah, why did you go from the in-between? Like, what did they do for you? You stayed in them for like 5 minutes each.
Yeah, just like, did we need that?
Yeah, no, we didn't fucking need that shit.
So like, that to me, that's like one of the most iconic transformations, because it was not just like introducing the concept of Super Saiyans, which is like such a core concept of Dragon Ball now.
To a lot of things.
Yeah, to a lot of things in a lot of media. But also like the transformation itself, like pretty dramatic, had like a change in hair and eye color and hairstyle. Yeah. All 3 of those were like not a thing we'd seen before in Dragon Ball Z. And it was accompanied by like a good ass reason. So yeah, honestly, Super Saiyan 1, that's the one, right?
Yeah, that's the one. But like at the time, so like he was pissed off they killed Krillin, and they had established that him and Goku are friends, but like I'd never seen Dragon Ball before, like I saw Z.
Yeah.
So I didn't know they had all the history, and I didn't like know why he got so pissed off.
Yeah.
I was like, I get it, that's your friend, but like y'all weren't that close. Like
this was he's just the bald guy that didn't Krillin die already? Wasn't it fine then?
Yeah, fucking same age as Goku, basic. I think he's older than Goku by like a year.
Yeah.
And he's hanging out with his 8-year-old son, like they're fucking best friends.
Yeah.
It's fucking, that's funny. But yeah, good start.
Thank you, Fee.
I went a different way because I anticipated basic bitch answers.
Yeah, that's me. I'm gonna be honest with you. Most of my answers are basic bitch answers.
My first one is gonna be Shining Gundam.
Oh Damn, that's a strong one.
It is, boy. Fucking oh god, Shining Gundam is such a good transformation. It's essentially Super Saiyan.
It is. Yes.
You know, the whole Gundam turns gold, but when he does it, it's it's not his first time. I think he had done it 2 times, but accompanied with the fucking music. And when he goes Shining Gundam, the more iconic when he's fighting the mummy, you know, with his quote, "My love, my anger, and all of my sorrow."
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, like Shining Finger, Shining Erupting Finger. God, such a good such a good show. I'll never not praise G Gundam. I will always, if we're gonna talk about anime anytime, I'll find a way to talk about G Gundam.
Fuck yeah. But fair, honestly.
But not only does the Gundam turn gold, fucking Domon turns gold.
Yeah, like everything in the because if you've never watched G Gundam but you have seen Gundam before, instead of being like controls and like joysticks and shit, it's like they've got this bodysuit on.
Yeah.
So like the whole cockpit turns gold.
Yeah, they don't have like a cockpit with the sit down like joysticks and stuff. They have like that VR like treadmill almost. That like 1-to-1 matches their movement. So like the way they fight is in the like in the center of the Gundam, they have like this little plane, and then they move around and use martial arts that the robots like mimic.
Yeah.
It's 1-to-1. It's so good.
Yeah.
Just go watch G Gundam.
Yeah, G Gundam's incredible, and Shining Gundam is, if I'm not mistaken, the first Gundam that Domon uses, right?
The only Gundam he uses.
Because he's also got isn't it Burning Gundam is the second one?
Well, oh yeah, that's right. Doesn't it like fuck up and then they switch it, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So it's Shining Gundam and God Gundam, Burning Gundam in the English dub. Yeah.
I think Burning Gundam sounds a lot better than God Gundam.
It does, because you don't want to be like, oh yeah, this is the fucking God Gundam. Yeah, you don't want that.
It does look cool. It has like the little wings on the back.
Yeah. It looks extremely similar to Shining Gundam. They're both like basically the same.
Yeah, there's like minor changes, but they're still different enough in power, I guess. Still, that's one of my favorite transformations, just because the music in G Gundam is like fantastic, and like they hype things up to 1,000.
Yeah,
like once shit gets going, and Domon Kashu fucking brings it.
Yeah, dude. English Domon Kashu is an absolute madman.
Yeah. I will always say that G Gundam is the one anime that I will always choose the dub over the sub.
Oh yeah, you can't.
I'll never watch the sub. I'll always only watch the dub.
Yeah, which is, and it's probably the fairest thing that you could say, because like with a voice like Domon Kashu, like I'll be honest with you, there's a number of characters in the English dub that are pretty bad. Not Domon Kashu though.
And he has the most screen time.
Yep.
But the thing is, like, I've never seen it in sub. And so I went on YouTube and I was like, well, what does it sound like? And it just doesn't sound as intense. It just doesn't bring it like I want it to be brought.
Yeah.
So
the other cool thing about the super mode of Shining Gundam is that it can only be attained whenever Domon's got a serene mind.
Oh God!
Which, like, I appreciate that, because if I'm not mistaken, like the second time, either the first or the second time that he attained that form, it was only because he thought he was seconds away from dying, and he was like, oh
yeah.
And like just everything cleared out because he thought he was dying, and then fucking super mode activates.
I just thought it was due to anger. Like every time he activates it, it's always against someone. He's like, the dark and fucking Kyoji! Kyoji! They got the dark Gundam cells on him. I'm just fucking
Well, yeah.
pissed off.
So the super mode, like, there's actually two. Fun fact: there's two super modes. There's one that doesn't change the color of Shining Gundam, but whenever it turns gold, that's whenever it's called its true super mode,
Ooh,
and
okay.
that only happens whenever Domon's got like a clear head. Super mode can get activated whenever he's super pissed off, but
Yeah.
this is the one whenever he's like
Well,
perfectly calm.
like it's funny too because like Master Asia goes into like like gold mode.
Yeah.
He died. Spoilers.
But to be fair,
But
that's Master Asia's shit. Like he's a martial
yeah.
arts champion. Domo Kashu's some punk ass kid who's pissed off about his brother all the time.
What's funny is like in like the whole death scene, it's like spoilers, I guess. But like when he's there holding Master Asia
Mhm.
and they're having like the big like going back and forth talk, I always found it funny. Like it's a very sad scene for
Yeah.
like many reasons, but a very good scene. But I always laugh when he's just like, "I'm a very bad man, Domo," and Domo's like, "But Master, you're not a bad man." You're like, and then Master Asia opens his jacket and shows his chest. He's like, "Look, Domo," but like the pause is so long, and I'm like, "What are you
Hey,
doing?"
hey, Master Asia, what's going on here?
I'm just like, it feels like they're about to make out, but he's like, "Not a dark cell's on me." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Look, Domon, it's all me. I wasn't under control. I'm just a shithead.
God, it's so melodramatic, and I love it.
Honestly, like so many parts of G Gundam are so melodramatic and so over the top that like you have to, if you're not into that over the top thing, you're not gonna like G Gundam. But if you are, it's probably one of the best Gundams.
Yeah,
Like
it's
moments like that happen all throughout
like,
the series.
yeah, every fucking episode, it's like a daytime drama with
Mhm.
Gundam, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah.
It's so over the top. It's so good. I love it.
God, it's
Let's go to your
let's go to okay.
let's go to your number two.
Number two on tops. Oh, we're still doing tops.
On-
Okay.
Well, yeah,
right.
I don't want to like switch it up. We'll get all mixed up.
All right. I'm gonna do one more basic bitch one because I've got one that I think it's less basic bitch.
Don't tell me it's Bleach.
Oh, fun fact actually. I was thinking about my bottoms, and I needed one more, and I
Oh,
was
you gotta
like,
think about
what's
your
like the
bottom.
worst anime transformations? And so many lists just had Bleach on all of
Well,
it.
they're all bad.
They're all bad, but I've never seen the show, so I didn't feel comfortable saying anything about it.
There's only one good. Like, okay, well, all the good ones are Ichigo. That's it. Every other one are horrible.
But I mean, to be fair, Ichigo's transformations are like it's Ichigo with mask. Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that one. God, I
Ichigo
don't wanna
with
get-
different sword.
I
Ichigo
was
with
about
half
to-
mask. Okay.
I was about to say Ichigo with mask was one of my bottoms, but because like when he first transforms into what's it called, his the black kimono Ichigo the first time when he's in the real world, I think that's a cool transformation because the music made it cool.
I would believe you, but I don't know what that is. I don't have any context for it.
Well, because like Bleach music is weird, so like he transforms and he protects, like he takes the power from Rukia from her sword, and then the voice in the back's like, oh,
Yeah, that does sound good. You're right.
and well, it makes me laugh, but it like the transformation's cool.
That sounds
Like, you
real
see-
good. Woo, woo, woo. It's a good transformation.
Doing a good job, but like just go YouTube it. Fuck. God, what's your number two? You didn't even
Okay.
say it.
My number two is spoilers. Eren Yeagen turning into Attack Titan.
Eren Yeagen.
Eren Yeagen. No, the first time that Eren Yeager turns into a Titan was like
Yeah.
here's the thing. Attack on Titan was such a brutal show that
Yeah.
we get, God, however many episodes in, 10 maybe.
It was like 6 or 7.
It's something like that. It's definitely in like the in the middle part of the first season. And Eren Yeager just gets fucking eaten, and I was like, I believed it. I'm like, yeah, that makes total sense. This show is brutal. We're gonna focus on Armin. We're gonna focus on fucking Mikasa. This is fucking crazy.
Let me tell you, that pissed me off so much I stopped watching it.
Really?
Until recently, where I binged the whole thing. Because like we were focusing so much on Eren, and I thought they were like pulling the rug from under us.
Yeah.
By killing him, and I was like, this show's stupid and I hate it.
It's big dumb.
But well, like I just stopped watching. I was like, man, that pissed me off a lot. So I'm like, this show is dumb. They're gonna kill off, if they're gonna just kill off people and make you like care about them, I don't want to watch this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they do that, but
they
like
do, but they know better than to do it with Eren Yeager at the very least.
Well, because I don't want to spoil or anything, because like what's going on right now, but
yeah, the show Attack on Titan is so crazy in depth, and like the plot is great, but like the first time, like when Eren gets swallowed by this, like, and it's pretty dramatic, like they like really dig in and make you believe my man is dying.
Yeah, he gets his leg bitten off and fucking crashes through like some of the roofs and shit. Yeah.
You're like, that's it. Like how is my limbs don't come back in this world.
It was cool though, as he was going down, he was fucking telling Armin to fucking carry on.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was cool.
Yeah, and that is cool. And then fucking an episode later, some shit happens, and then there's a Titan that kind of maybe looks like Eren.
A little bit.
Wow, who's that? Hey,
dude. But like after that happens, then shit goes down from there. Like shit just keeps getting crazier. Like the show doesn't stop. The show just doesn't stop.
No, it goes, and it goes hard. And it's every time. By the way, like the first time that Eren turns into a Titan, you're like, oh shit, this is fucking crazy. Like every subsequent time, it gets like, it's not that it's less cool, but they keep doing new and cool stuff with it. Like, oh, Eren may have the power to do this. Oh, we need Eren to turn into a Titan to go do this thing. My favorite is whenever they're like, Eren, turn into a Titan and pick up this big rock. You're like, okay. All right.
Yeah. The cool thing is, like, Titans aren't even the threat anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And when you find out, like, what Titans are and, like, how they come to be.
Man, Attack on Titan's so well written.
Actually, the final Titan that's, they're trying to stop right now, I'm not trying to spoil it, is fucking terrifying.
Absolutely. Yes, the final Titan is fucking crazy looking. That would have been one of my top transformations, but I was like, you know what? I think like because this was the first time in which like a human turns into a Titan, and that was mind-blowing. That
we know of.
Yes, that you see in the show. Us. Yeah.
The thing is, the final transformation. If I lived in that world, I'd probably just kill myself.
Yes,
because I don't want to see that thing. Even if there was a slight chance we could win or whatever goes on, I don't want to live in a world with that thing in it.
Yeah, just leave. I'm good. I don't need it.
Yeah. I've lived my best life. I've tried. And I don't want to do it anymore.
Yep. You know what? Hey, we had a good run, and but that thing's here now, so that's it.
Oh god, but yeah, good pick. Attack on Titan has so many good transformations in it.
They do. And like for a little while there, again, like I was trying to find like my third my third bottom, and I was like, well, like Cart Titan sucks ass. But the thing is, Cart Titan is supposed to suck ass. Like
Yeah.
all of the other like major Titan transformations, you're like they're all that way for a reason. It's not like, oh, we wanted to make this really cool, but we sucked ass at it. And now it's like, oh, it's embarrassing. It's all it's all supposed to look like that.
God, Card Titan is so stupid looking.
Mhm.
Like, but I mean, it's a support Titan, so.
Yeah.
But either way,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go on with my number 2.
Yeah.
Luffy Gear 4th.
Ooh.
I couldn't choose between Bound Man or Snake Man, and I chose Snake Man.
Nice.
Because I think Snake Man looks so much better.
It does. Yeah. The thing is, Gear 4th, whenever it was introduced, was the fact that there were different forms of Gear 4th.
Yeah.
I think what Oda was trying to do is be like, oh yeah, this is like a big this is a big deal, because now I can, like, he could be in Gear 4th, but he's got like these different things. Like, oh, now instead of now it's Bound Man, now it's Tank Man, now it's what other mans are there?
He's never gonna do Tank Man again.
No, he did Tank Man once. That was all we needed.
That's all we needed. It was just a joke form, but Snake. I think he usually goes for Bound Man, but Snake Man is such a very good, like, for fast people, because Snake Man. I think he incorporates Snake Man's attacks into Bound Man.
Yeah,
because he was doing that against Kaido.
Yep. You could tell that he was like doing the Snake Man punches. Without Snake Man form, which is it's interesting because like One Piece. And I'm not. A lot of people like to give Oda a lot of credit and be like, he's like a master writer. And I don't. There are times where I think that he's just like, that's what I want to draw, so that's what I'm drawing. And the fans are like, oh, this is incredible, because like the fans. I've read a couple of things about this, and fans were like, well, yeah, he's been in Gear 4th so many times now that like. He can get it, like he can get into Gear 4th often. He can stay in it longer. He can do all of his moves interchangeably between his forms now because he's just so experienced at it. And I'm like, or Oda just decided to draw it different this time, and that was the end. That was it.
Maybe he's just like, it just has one uniform form, and he does all the stuff.
Yeah,
that's all.
Maybe that's it now.
That's just it. But like. Even so, it was so cool. Like he wasn't like a big balloon. He was like very slim, very intimidating, and like his arms were going fucking crazy. Like what's his name? The guy who was fighting.
Who? Kizaru?
Yeah, no. In Whole Cake Island arc. The taunt. Laffy Taffy guy.
Shit. Katakuri.
Or Katakuri. Yeah, I knew it started with K. He was kind of doing what Luffy learned to do with the Snake Man, because his Mochi powers were like going from like he would just manifest them into the air and like kind of just zigzag them. Yeah. But then like Luffy's like, well, I can't keep up with you with Bound Man. I'm just gonna Snake Man.
Yeah.
And
you're like, what? So, Scary, go back. What, man?
So like I saw the transformation today doing research for this show, and it looks so cool. I think the first Bound Man looks a lot cooler, but I think Snake Man is cooler.
So like I've only seen the Snake Man transformation one time. I've seen the Bound Man transformation a couple of times, and I think the thing that lets it down is that like it has that shot where it goes like from his feet up to his head, and he just keeps like ballooning in size, and his arms are in that like the classic Bound Man pose, and his jaws fucking doing the hibbly dibbly. It's crazy.
I don't know. I don't know why I think like him bouncing is I think the bounce noise makes it intimidating.
Yeah, honestly, it kind of does, because One Piece is the only show in which like something that's stupid and comedic would be like, oh fuck.
Yeah, but like, here's the thing. I think it sounds when he go because I was watching it in the sub. It sounds almost intimidating, even when he goes into it, because he makes it sound like a fucking old God, what Kabuki? It's almost like
Mhm.
Kabuki, right?
Yeah.
And he does like that Kabuki stance, and he puts on like a little goofy voice, but it still sounds intimidating.
Hmm.
Well, the dub has caught up with Whole Cake Island arc, and I was like, well, let me see what the difference is.
Oh god.
And I gotta tell you, I hate it. I hate because like I'm so used to them calling it gear fourth. Gear first,
Hmm.
fourth second, but they call it fourth gear,
Oh man.
which yeah, it's a small minor change, but it's just it doesn't sound as intimidating
Yeah.
when you shout out fourth gear like that's
Fourth gear, fourth, third.
yeah, all they have to do is and then when Luffy says bounce man, he says it so stupid it angered me. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of people in the comments were just like they're like, I'm not gonna lie, this is bad. And but there was a lot of people like, well, I don't watch the sub, so this sounds good.
This is
Which
great, actually.
which I get, but like
Yeah, and then
they're like
immediately people reply and are like, go watch the sub. What are you doing? Go watch the sub.
they're like, I get what they were like. I can't multitask. I can't read and watch at the same time. I'm like, well, fuck you then. You're missing out on a lot of good shit.
Yeah, to be fair, and I do want to be fair to like to dub watchers versus sub watchers. One Piece is one of those shows where if you get used to like the voice of Luffy here in English, it is so much higher pitched and more grating in Japanese. So like if you're used to like the voice that's coming out of Luffy, and then you switch to Japanese and he's like, ah! You're like, no, that's not it.
They're both voiced by women.
Yeah.
But I think the sub fits Luffy better.
I think it does too. But if you got used to the dub, and then, I mean, Dragon Ball is like the biggest example of that. If you ever watch, like, if you grew up watching Dragon Ball Z in English, you cannot watch it in Japanese because Goku is unlistenable.
His voice is so it's so funny because like the English he has like a deep kind of stoic voice, kind of like Goofy, and then in Japanese it's very high pitched,
Mm-hmm.
which it isn't bad. I saw all of Super in sub,
Mm-hmm.
and you get used to it. It's just that for some reason Goku in English sounds better.
Yeah, he does. I watched all of Super in dub. It was amazing. Loved it.
But yeah, no. So like, I don't get mad at people who watch one over the other. You do you. It's just sometimes you make the wrong choice.
Yeah, sometimes you fucked it up real bad.
Who am I to say? Anyway, go ahead.
All right, my last top, and this is
Ooh.
gonna be, I think this is sort of a deep cut pick.
Oh.
My top, Super Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann.
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
So the thing is, if you've ever had, I assume, have you watched Gurren Lagann?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you watch the movies?
No.
Okay. So, to catch everyone up very, very quickly, at the end of the series, Gurren Lagann, they get to space, they find the anti-spiral. The anti-spirals are going to kill them, and then like they join all of their power together, and then they form Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann, which is like a fucking like galaxies wide giant robot. Huge.
Big robot.
Biggest shit I ever seen. The thing is, the movies do something different. For both of the movies, they change kind of a lot of stuff about like how these fights go.
They say
And
why?
Because it's way cooler.
Oh, okay,
And
okay.
because they don't have 6 hours, they've got two.
Yeah, that's
Um,
fair.
but like they dedicate a good 20 minutes to this like anti-spiral fight.
Yeah,
And most everything is the same um, up until they bust out of the labyrinth, right? Everybody
yeah,
busts out of the labyrinth, and then they form. I think the next to final form of Gurren Lagann, I think, is Choginga Gurren Lagann, and they're like fighting against the anti-spiral, and the anti-spiral in the movie legitimately just starts ripping them apart, like pulling pieces off of Gurren Lagann, and like spiral energy is pouring out of it like fucking blood. It's insane. Coolest shit I
Jesus.
ever seen. Um,
He turns into a pickle.
he turned into a pickle. Funniest shit I ever seen. Um, so like then you're
It's the
like,
worst
what? You're
place
like,
in the
what the
world.
fuck is going to happen? And it turns out that everybody that was in the ship now has their own like space galaxy version of their mech. And so there's there's I guess like Lagann is there, like Gurren Lagann is there, and every other mech that was on Earth is now in space, and they're all like fighting from different angles, and the anti-spiral's like, I'm confused as to what you think you're gonna do with all these little piddly shit things, and fucking oh god, I forgot what Simon's wife's name is.
Oh,
Nia.
the blonde. Yeah.
Yeah, Nia
Okay.
has her own mech with a like a spiral like spear. It's very cool. And they like the anti-spiral is like, I'm just gonna fucking wipe you out right now. And um same thing happens um where like he tries to throw the big bang at Gurren Lagann, and Lord Genome transforms it into a giant drill and feeds it to
Yeah.
Gurren Lagann. Well, then instead of turning into like it turns into Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann, but then it like gets enveloped in this like blue energy, and it like something 100 times bigger than Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann shows up. It's this big energy, looks like Kamina with a fucking sunglasses and a cape, arms crossed in space. Cool as shit. Super Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann. That's what it is.
Damn. Fucking robot.
God, it's fucking so good. Um,
Here's the what?
it's just like Gurren Lagann is so insanely good at doing transformations. There's an argument to be made there. But like second season ending amazing. Didn't think they could do any better. They did better with both of the movies. I would say had better fight sequences for like how they ended, and that's how I would recommend watching. It's so good.
Yeah, it was really good. I haven't seen the show in years. I
Mhm.
think last time I saw it was like, I don't know, 10 years ago.
I
But
would recommend, since you have seen it before, go watch them movies.
I might. It's so hard for me to sit down and watch an anime movie.
How dare you?
Here's the thing. Your last top pick, I was almost sure it was going to be Golden Experience Requiem.
Man, Golden Experience Requiem almost made it on. It was very close. GER is like such a fucking hype. The thing is, the transformation itself and like the power up are both insane, but the thing that really makes Golden Experience Requiem like puts it over the top is the intro changing for
Yeah.
Golden Experience Requiem, and I didn't feel like I could include that. So
Yeah. Okay. I also thought you were going to choose like Mob Psycho.
I thought about, so that was another one of those things, like I was looking through, transformations, and one of
Yeah.
them was like, oh yeah, the like mob turning like level 100. I was like, the art style changes, but like he doesn't really transform in a way that's like cool to me. It's just like
Yeah.
he's there, but he's dark now. I'm like, all right.
His hair's up.
Yeah, his hair's up. Wow.
Oh god. So my last top, and it was between two, but I guess I'm gonna choose Rimuru from reincarnated as a
Oh
slime.
man, okay. I also saw this on the list of crazy transformations and I was like, "Oh, I didn't know that there was a transformation like that. So please tell me more about this."
So, because I've seen Demon Lord recently, like a month or two ago, all the way through,
Mhm.
because I think season 3 is about to come out soon.
Mhm.
Um, and so all this piece of shit human kingdom decides to pick a fight with the monster kingdom, and the monster kingdom just wants to live, do their own thing, and they kill like Rimuru the slime,
Mhm.
some of his like people, like his best friends, his like people he knew from the beginning, and he's like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna. Ooh, he's like because he has the god voice in his head,
Mhm.
and he's like, I'm gonna become a demon lord. What do I need to do? And they were like, you know what? You gotta kill 10,000 people, and you'll meet all the criteria. So the army that's marching to them, I think it's like 10,000 exactly, maybe more.
Mhm.
He and the king is with them, and they were trying to like make an example of the monsters. They're like, we're gonna attack them, and then when they attack us back, we're gonna say they started it, right? Like they're gonna try to like make everyone hate the monsters.
Mhm.
So Rimuru gets in his human form, flies over to them, and he's just like flying high above them, and he does this attack called Megiddo,
Okay.
Megiddo,
Just
which
like the
is
planet
just
in Star Wars, right? Makes sense, makes sense.
exactly. It's he like makes a ball, and he when people see him, they're like, "What is that?" And it's kind of like fucking what's it called? Spirit bomb, but not as big.
Oh, hell yeah.
And and it just unleashes and shoots lasers. Fucking headshot, one shot kills everyone, and it's so fucking cool because the first time, like the first guy who's like, "What is that?" and then a laser through his head, bam, dead. He's just fucking, and everyone's like, "What the fuck?"
Uh-oh.
And, yeah, and then everyone starts fucking dying,
Hell yeah.
and and then when he gets to the bottom, like the king is just like, "Oh, I'm the king, I could do whatever," and he cuts his fucking arm off, and then he just kills them slowly. It's so fucking good.
Man.
It's such a good scene. And then he goes into transformation, like he goes into demon lord mode, which puts him to sleep for a few days. So he summons a couple of demon familiars.
Okay.
It's really good. I don't know if you've seen the show.
No, of course.
Did you?
No, I said I no, of course I haven't is what I
Oh, okay,
meant
of
to say.
course. I would say watch it. It's super good.
Man.
That's not even the end of season 2. So
Um is that just a quick question because I'm maybe not as educated on anime as I used to be or should be. Is that the one with Ram and Rem? Which is the one with Rem?
oh. Did you just watch fucking Sea Dog?
Uh
Because he's always on about
it's
fucking Rem.
ReZero. That's what it is.
Yeah, I was like, no, that's ReZero. Doesn't Rem like kill that guy like a couple of times?
That's what I heard. So like fun
Isn't
fact,
there?
whenever I saw that transformation, I was like, "Oh, I didn't know Rem did a transformation. That's sick." And then I was like, "No, not different. I think it's a different show. I think it's a different
It's a
thing.
different
I know
show.
Rimuru is a different person, yeah."
Yeah, Rem comes from ReZero, and that guy dies a lot. And I think there's a character in that show named Felix, which is a cute twink that everyone thinks is a girl, but not a girl.
Hell yeah.
Um,
Goals.
and my roommate or one of my ex roommates, the fucko, um, he like had the biggest boner for her. I'm like that he's not gay. He's like super serious about not being gay or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, that's a dude, right? And he's like, nah, she's a girl.
Nuh-uh.
I'm like, it's okay if you find him attractive.
Yeah,
And
don't
he's
make
like,
it
no,
weird. Why are you
nope.
making it weird?
He's like, nope, it's a girl. I'm like, okay, I'm like, whatever, man. You sit in your closet. That's cool.
Yeah, it's fine.
Man. So like the other, what I was gonna say, because Rimuru took that spot. It was gonna be Vegeta when we see him go Super Saiyan.
Oh
the first
man,
one.
that's a really good one too, actually.
When he's fighting Jiro and 19, I think, or one of the androids.
16, maybe
16, I think. No, Android 16 is the big
one.
16.
Yeah.
I think it's 19, maybe.
You may be right.
Anyway, it's such a good scene because like fucking Vegeta just training on another planet, and it's been memed on, but when the audio from the original where he's like, I don't care anymore. Fucking when he's there's a lot of good gems in the old Funimation dub.
Yeah.
But it is such a good transformation, especially like Goku has a fucking heart attack and Vegeta's like, don't worry, I'll fucking do it.
Yeah.
It comes and beats the shit out of them.
God. It's so like like Dragon Ball Z has, especially the English dub, has a bunch of like really good iconic moments in it where you're like, at the time you're like, this is incredible, this is insane, and if you watch it again, especially just like some of the cutaway lines, you're like, hey, did I fucking not notice that? Like, did I not notice all this Mr. Satan shit?
Because they called him Hercule in the dub, I knew his name was Mr. Satan only because like the internet at the time had him listed as Mr. Satan, and I didn't like really catch it until I bought the big orange DVDs that had it uncut, and they were calling him Mr. Satan.
Yeah.
So yeah. Oh, before we get off Dragon Ball Z, well, I mean, it'll come back, but
oh, of course it will.
My sister might hate me because she's gonna hear this, but I learned some fun cringe today.
Oh, okay.
So her boyfriend that she's dating has a brother.
Okay. And
his brother has a son, and they're from the Valley and originally from Mexico, and DBZ's big in Mexico.
Oh, it's huge. Yeah, absolutely.
You know what he named his son?
No fucking way. What did he name his son?
Take a guess.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Okay. Not Piccolo, right? Not Piccolo?
No.
Oh,
no.
Okay. Piccolo would have been really bad. Is it Goku?
Yeah.
Did he name him Goku?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh, his name is Goku.
Well, I'll be honest with you. At least he's not like one of these fucking like edgelord, Deadpool is my entire personality type people, because then he would have named it Vegeta, and that's like that would have been way worse. I'll be honest with you.
When I heard that today, my sister doesn't know the joke, but like millennials, when they start having kids, all right, Naruto, Sasuke, are you here? The roll call. Oh no.
Goku.
Oh, heart out to you, Goku. Like, I hope you do great things.
How old is this Goku?
Baby.
Okay, so he can't do shit.
Right now he's just a wimp.
Gotta be doing nothing, I guess. That makes sense.
Not for a couple of years, but like it's like I don't want to just place the cringe on them because he's a really nice guy and I think he's really funny. So I'm gonna put some more cringe on my family.
Okay.
I don't know if I told you this. Maybe I have. About my cousin Elizabeth, right? You know what her daughter's name is?
No, what?
Kairi from Kingdom Hearts.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, at the very least, that name aged better than like Khaleesi. That's good.
But she's never played the game ever.
Oh,
She just
no.
knows. She just knows of the character.
Yeah. Yeah. I had an ex like that where like I played Lost Odyssey and I was like, man, Kai is such like a cool name. And she was like, oh, well, if we have a kid, we can put his middle name as Kai. And I was like, do you hear yourself talking right now? Did you think about this at all before you said that sentence?
You're just like, oh, you disgust me.
Oh, this is
Like,
why are you so cringe? Don't do it.
oh man, like there's like some anime names or like video game names that you can get away with, but like you just can't go naming your kid one of the main characters of a show or game.
Yeah.
Like could you imagine if like I don't know, like one of your like close friends or one of your brothers like, I'm naming my son Cloud.
Yeah.
Or
Hell
like
yeah.
I'm naming him Zidane.
Zidane would be way worse. Cloud, at the very least, you could. I don't know. There's some names where like maybe it almost transcends. Like Link, kind of a cool name.
I no, like that's the name of Encino Man, Brendan Fraser.
Well, yeah, if you're, not cultured at all, I guess, then that's what you jump to. But like for the rest of us,
yeah, but then you could just call like nicknames for him would be like, oh, dude, it's Missing Link, or it's Stinky Linky.
Stinky Linky. God damn, man, that's
sorry.
rough.
I can't come up with a good insult right now. I'm so stupid. Because I'd probably just call him that because that's a winner.
Honestly, you got it in one, two. I guess you got it in two.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's how I roll.
Well, it's time. It's time we moved on to bottoms, baby.
Bottoms? Ooh.
Ooh.
I don't know what to go with that. Go ahead. Oh, how decadent. Go ahead, Kobe.
All right. Bottoms. First one I'm going to start off with. And this should be no surprise. Everyone sees this coming.
All right.
It's Goku Super Saiyan 2.
Oh, fuck, dude. That was on my list. You're such a shitter. God
it's
damn it.
if Goku turning Super Saiyan 1 is the most like overwhelming, insanely hype shit, this is the most underwhelming. I don't like he turns Super Saiyan 2 and you go, "Hey, what's different?" Is that what's different?
His hair gets like pointier.
I looked before this. Legitimately, there are some screens where you can't tell the difference. They are identical.
Yeah.
At the very least, like Super Saiyan 1 Trunks to Super Saiyan 2 Trunks gets beefy. He gets like, he's buff, right?
Yeah.
Goku just is. He just is that, but more yellow, maybe?
I think like a little shinier. Like
he's a little shiny, yeah.
he's a little
greasy. He got the Super Saiyan grease on him.
His hair, like they're like his hair is a little bit loose. His hair just becomes like more compact and like pointy in Super Saiyan 2, but it's still stupid.
Mm-hmm. You're like, wow, this is fucking nothing. And like the thing is, the way in which they got there as well was like the training was like, oh yeah, we're like trying to reach new heights, but the way that we're doing it is we're just staying in our Super Saiyan form all the time now. And so like they could not have fucked it up worse.
Yeah.
Because at this point now, the audience, we had a filler goof off episode where like Goku's like taking a nap in Super Saiyan form by a river in a jacket. And you're like, oh yeah, I guess being a Super Saiyan is just kind of normal now. And fast forward however many episodes, whenever he's like, this is an ascended Saiyan. This is to come further beyond.
God. when he's talking to Boo and he was like, "This is what you'd call a Super Saiyan, and
Mm-hmm.
this is a Super Saiyan 2,"
Mm-hmm.
and like nothing changes.
A Super Saiyan that has surpassed a Super Saiyan. Like, shut the fuck up. It's the same shit. You look the same. You have not changed. I can't tell that anything's different.
Here's the like, I love the name Super Saiyan. I hate that they numbered their transformations. It's so stupid and arbitrary.
Mm-hmm.
Like, did we talk about this on the last podcast about Kaioken?
We talked about it afterward.
Yeah,
in the
okay.
after party is where we talked about it.
Where you could be too if you sub and follow our Patreon. So yeah, no, like we're talking last week, and Kaioken, it's really cool, but it's so like, how does it work? Like, he powers up, says Kaioken, and then he just says a number, and automatically his power is like multiplied by that number. How the fuck does that work?
Yeah. Yep. Why is this?
Does just saying Kaioken and a number do it? Like, how do you make your power do that?
It's like, God, it's they were like, oh yeah, we need to give him like a power up or a buff or something, but like they didn't put a bound on it. And like I'm the first one to admit that like I like whenever they bring back old shit and like have made it cool again in like Dragon Ball Super. So like the fact that they were like, fucking Super Saiyan God Goku, and then he's like, I'm gonna also do Kaioken. I was like, oh fuck, that's sick. But Kaioken legitimately is just like if you could Kaioken your money, you would just be like Kaioken times 100, and now you've got like $100,000. What's the upper limit? There's no stopping. It's like my body can't take it, but his body always takes it. He's always like, I can't do much more. I better do it. I'm gonna do one more. That's 10 times more.
God, yeah, it's so. Man, it pisses me off. Like, because he's like in Super Saiyan God, he's like at the upper echelon of his power, but then he's like, okay, I guess I'll just double his power. Like, wouldn't that just KO everything?
Right?
If you can go to Ultra Instinct and be at the top of your game, and like, let's say he was fighting fucking, who was he fighting?
Jiren?
Jiren. Like, they're like evenly matched. Couldn't he just KO Ken times like 50 and be 50 times stronger?
Or even better, even more reasonable, couldn't he just do Kaioken times 2? Now he's double Ultra Instinct. Like fucking it's just a multiplier.
What is it multiply? I feel like he's just saying it to like psych people out.
Yeah. Hey, I'm a little more red right now. Oh shit, he's red. But watch out. He's pissed off. No, that means more. He's more than he was. Something's more. I don't know what.
Because like when I think about it, like when you think about Kaioken, he's having like the ki blast off of Vegeta, right? Mm-hmm. And like he's like going and he was like already Kaioken, and he's like, oh man, this is like he's pushing me back to times 10.
Yeah.
And then the beam gets stronger. I'm like, wait, you're already having trouble. Where did this power come from if you already had it?
That's the biggest downfall of this is leading the audience to be like, my body can't take much more. Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to handle this. I'm already I could barely handle a times 10, and then later on he's like times 50, and you're like, fucking, I thought you couldn't handle 10, and now you're doing 5 times that.
It doesn't help that like fucking King Kai was like, what is he doing? He can't handle this. But then nothing happens. But then nothing happens. It's
nothing happens. He just does it, and then he's tired afterward. To be fair, I mean, One Piece does the same shit though. Like whenever Luffy does like Gear Second for the first time, and like you hear the consequences, like, oh, he's shortening his lifespan. Now he's about to hit Gear 5th, and it's like, does he have any lifespan left? Like,
Well, I think because he like when he's doing gear second, he's pumping his blood, like accelerating his heart, giving himself cholesterol. And like gear third doesn't do anything besides inflate his body.
Yeah,
So I
besides
think
big
only
hand.
big hand or big foot. But like I think gear second is the only time like that consequence has any action, but I think it's if he keeps it on, like he's over pumping his heart, so like he's like
Mhm.
hurting himself. But I think every other transformation after that doesn't do that effect.
God, can you imagine if that was if that's the case, that's the dumbest shit I ever did here. Because imagine from that point onward, once you get gear third, why would you ever do gear second again? Just be just be like, oh yeah, I do gear second or I do gear third and then I become chibi. That sounds
Yeah.
way better than losing lifespan. Idiot
Well,
Luffy. God.
Well, that's why he doesn't use that anymore because like he just goes to gear fourth where there's no consequence other than being tired.
There used to be a consequence for gear fourth, but I don't remember what it was.
Well, yeah, after he beat Doflamingo with it and like he deflated, he was just like unconscious for a few days, like he had exerted a bunch of his energy.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's like the consequence.
Yeah. Using gear fourth makes him more prone to fall asleep. Wow, what a limiting factor. Damn.
Well, to be fair, like say if you're using gear fourth in a battle, but you don't like clinch the victory, and you fall asleep in mid battle,
Mm-hmm.
that's a consequence.
Yeah, I guess left vulnerable. Yeah, like immediately whenever you're like you're trying to beat the shit out of someone and you don't finish them off, you're like, well, gotta take a nap. Bye. I guess that makes sense.
He did do that because remember Zoro had to protect him against Kaido.
Yeah, he was like, hey, just give me a minute. Just give me a minute.
Yeah, like just 10 minutes, Zoro, just 10 minutes. And Zoro's like, oh fuck, okay. And then after he got fucking ass blasted, he went to go fight King,
Mm-hmm.
and then Luffy woke back up. But the thing with Kaioken, it fucked Goku's body up the first time, like broke every bone in his body,
Mm-hmm.
and then never again. he never had that consequence ever again.
Yep. That's it. Yep. I mean, to be fair, they did have one thing where like Goku overused Ultra Instinct and his like body started having seizures and shit.
Yeah,
They're like he's got a mortal body and I'm trying, this is my best Whis voice. He's got a mortal body and he's been trying to use the divine power, so his little mortal body can't take it anymore.
ooh, Yugi boy.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I get it. I know Whis. Well, like I was say, Whis is totally gay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's just not a question in my mind.
Very sexy, very hot.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sorry, that's stupid.
Sorry, I just had to. Well. Speaking of hot gay guys, give me your number one bot or your next bottom, Fee.
Oh, thank you. God, I don't want to use another Dragon Ball Z one right now. So,
Fee, these bottoms, I'm gonna be honest with you, may all be Dragon Ball Z. Who knows? Who knows?
I don't know if this counts as a transformation.
Mm-hmm.
Frieza after when he fights Future Trunks, when he's half robot.
Oh my god, yeah, half robot Frieza.
That's so stupid.
Half
looking.
robot Frieza is, I mean, to be fair, the design looks interesting, and I liked the fact that they were like, it's got colors. It's got different colors on it.
It looks like they had just spare parts and they're like, just do anything.
Just anything, please.
But when they introduce him, King Cold's like, we used our top technology to bring him back. And it looks like they just like taped everything together.
Yeah, it does. It does look like they picked up the corpse of Frieza and rolled it around in the junk drawer for a while and were like, that's good enough, and patted him on the head.
Yeah. Like, they couldn't do better. Like,
No.
they couldn't go to the big Getty star and fucking get a Cooler's technology.
If only.
He's a cool robot.
Yeah. Cooler's great. Cooler's got a cool design. And Frieza, they said, you know what? We want to bring Frieza back Kind of. But Frieza can't look as
He can't look cool.
Can't look very cool. Frieza's got to look like a bit of a nightmare. And like Frieza looks like he got his ass kicked. That's what it's got to be.
Frieza looks like a VCR.
Oh fuck. Like, Frieza looks like the computer science lab at a community college. That's what.
Oh my god. He looks like that thing you wheel out when you're gonna watch a movie in class. Fucking.
God.
He's so. Oh my god. He's so stupid. Thank God he like died the same episode.
Yes. God. And I remember too being so underwhelmed and mad about that. I was like, oh, that's a cool demonstration of Trunks' power, but also, hey, we just spent like 40 episodes killing Frieza, and then this motherfucker comes in and cuts him in half with a sword. Like,
yeah.
Oh, man.
But like, what's fun? Well, I guess it makes sense because every time every time a Saiyan has a near-death experience, they become like stronger. So I guess Goku being as strong as Trunks at that point, like having no issue and could have destroyed Frieza, makes sense. Like if he showed up again, Goku probably would have drew it out, but Trunks is like, nah, I ain't got time for that shit.
Yeah, that is what I appreciate about other characters who are not Goku, is that Goku seems to forget every time that whenever you're facing off against somebody who's like actually brutal and evil, you need to kill them as quickly as possible with overwhelming power. There's no like, oh, I'm gonna hold back. Oh, I've been holding back this whole time, and oh, this has been fun, but now it's time for the real battle to start. Just fucking immediately go as hard and fast as possible and murder them.
Yeah, Goku has the power to murder everyone. He chooses to put everyone in danger.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. And I know that pisses off a lot of, not like people, but like in-universe people.
Yeah, it would be like, too.
They're like, you're strong enough. He's like, but I want to see what he's got.
Yeah. Wow, I can't wait until he really unleashes. Fucking stop it! Just kill him now!
There's 10 minutes to the 10 minutes till the world blows up. We only have 10 days. Fucking God. That was so funny. Frieza being like, looks like this planet only has 10 minutes until it blows up. Fucking 30 episodes later. Yeah. Oh, it's about this planet's about to blow up.
Oh, we're seconds away now. Are we? How many episodes? 2? 3?
Maybe. Just
Wouldn't you like to know? Monkey.
You dumb monkey.
God, I fucking love Frieza.
Yeah. Thank God none of the Z warriors were like African American.
Yes. Yes. Would have been very bad.
Well, I mean, it would have aired and no one would have thought anything, but then like later it would have been like, hey, wait a minute.
Hey, ooh. Oh.
But then Frieza's like, wow, I would just wait a minute. That's not what because y'all are humans. Y'all descend from monkeys.
Yeah, it's different.
But he's like, well, what do I care? I'm evil.
Yeah, I can do a racism too. Watch me. No, don't do it,
Frieza. That's a meme that I keep seeing, but where Frieza has the N-word card.
Oh no.
And there's I don't know what they're called, but there's this like black guys on TikTok that do like Dragon Ball Z stuff and anime stuff.
Hell yeah. I've seen them before. They're very good.
I think they dubbed the Frieza doing that.
Oh, that's so good.
It's so fucking funny. But like, I think that's a Frieza thing. I really believe Frieza would do that.
Yeah, I fully do too. You know, speaking of Frieza.
Okay.
Oh, Fee.
Oh God, you're not gonna say the third transformation, are you?
No.
Okay,
Listen, I would never.
Yes, you would.
I would say Gold Frieza though. I would say Gold Frieza's fucking stupid, and I don't care.
God.
Gold Frieza is maybe the laziest fucking transformation of any of Frieza's transformations. At the very least, Robot Frieza had different design elements. Gold Frieza is Frieza with paint bucket, and that I don't like.
No, I think. Oh God, I think something changed about his head.
Yeah, there's
Like,
a couple like the striping on
his mouth is purple. He has that like Batman mouth gap.
Oh, good, he's got a purple mouth. Wow, really
I'm not-
contrasts against the full body gold nothingness, huh?
I'm not defending it because I too think it's dumb and lazy. But like, how many times can Frieza transform? Because like no one else of his race does it.
I
Like,
know,
well-
right? Like you would expect his dad of all people to like have a bunch of these different forms, but nope.
He just stuck with one.
Mhm.
But like, why can Frieza? Why can Frieza's race transform right
Mm-hmm.
and into a gold transformation? That's so stupid.
Yeah, it's just Frieza. Frieza said, and I quote, I was watching the monkey, and I noticed that he got more power when he became gold, so then I became gold. That's what happened.
I love Frieza in current DBZ
Yes.
Super. Because he is a bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
But he is a good guy. Now he's dropped down from like threat to just goofball.
I would argue one of the things that I like most about Frieza is the fact that like there were still times in the Tournament of Power where Frieza was like, you were like, is Frieza may actually go fucking kill Goku right now just because Frieza's pissed off.
Yeah, but like he's got almost a Vegeta status.
Vegeta is harmless now. Vegeta would never ever turn his back on the Earth. Frieza would turn his back on the Earth if you suggested it as a joke.
He doesn't even want immortality anymore. He wants to be taller.
Yeah.
Even his subordinates are like, "Why don't you just go in your second transformation?"
Yeah.
And they're like, he's like, "But it's not my final form, which is stronger." Like, I don't know. Frieza's such a goofy character, but he had some bad transformations.
Yeah, that's why he made it on the list, because I was looking at all of the transformations, and at the very least, you were correct that like the robot one, it has a bunch of interesting design elements to it, by which I mean like there are different panels, like like the knee pads and like shoulder pads that are on Saiyan armor.
Yeah.
He's just got a bunch of that shit all over him. He's got one on his head for no reason.
Yeah, I'll say he has one on his head, and that one pisses me off.
Yes.
Because he becomes like he's kind of asymmetrical with like the robot's kind of jagged, but then the one on his fucking head, just off center. It's not even center.
Yeah,
and that's what pisses me off.
It's just there, and it's off center, and you just know that if you poked it too hard, you'd be touching his brain directly.
God, like I don't know how like his men didn't like looked at him and thought it wasn't funny.
Probably because he killed everyone that laughed.
Yeah.
He started with a crew of 10,000. By the time he got to Earth, it was 13.
Listen, like he'd kill them anyway. Like, and he doesn't like draw it out. He kills them fast. Laser beam to the chest. So, like, you laugh before you die, and then you just go to HFIL, the home for infinite losers.
Yeah. God.
It's so stupid. Did you? Yeah, you did. You said Gold Frieza.
It's Gold Frieza. It's gotta be Gold Frieza.
It is. I'm going to pull a pull from one of my favorite animes of all time.
Okay.
Yu Yu Hakusho.
Ooh, okay.
Tetsuo, one of the biggest bad guys, probably the coolest bad guy in all of Yu Yu Hakusho.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've seen his transformation.
I have not, no.
It's stupid looking and ugly. Tetsuo, if you can pull him up right now, he's a pretty cool guy. Very tall guy, sunglasses, muscly. When he powers up, like, he gets more buff, right? Uh-huh. His body becomes, like, buff and, like, strong. But when he goes to like 50% or so, he gets these gross flesh shoulder pads.
Mm-hmm.
And he, like, that looks kind of gross, but I can accept it. When he goes to like 100, his fucking body turns blue and it becomes gross looking and the shoulder pads get bigger and he gets these, I don't even know what they're for, these little mist pipes on his shoulders right next to his face. And I'm like
Okay.
I'm like, what is that? I'm like, why do you have this on your body?
Hey.
I'm like, this is stupid. I'm like, how do you move? Like,
It's okay. So
just
are these? You said they're like pipes?
Google Google Taguro. I said Tetsuo. Taguro 100% transformation.
Okay. I'm doing it. Oh. Yep.
Do you see them?
Yep. I sure as shit do. Wow. Okay. So what I was imagining is like an industrial, um, like an industrial warehouse. Because you said he has pipes by his face.
Well, like they're organic, like tubes.
Yeah. Okay. Imagine this. I imagine this, dear, like audience at home. Imagine if you had a disease in which your bones never stopped growing. Imagine that you had like bones the size of football pads under your shoulder, like pads, right?
Yeah.
And your skin was still stretched real tight over it. Now, increase those football pads by like, I don't know, 3x, and then maybe you add, like, imagine that your rib cage also starts growing up out of your clavicle and into your eyes. That's what this man looks like.
It's so fucking gross.
It's upsetting.
It is, because he's such a cool character, but and you were like, oh fuck, what's his 100% look like? But then that comes out, and I'm like, ugh. I'm like, that's, first of all, it's gross. Second of all, it's stupid and impractical.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I was really pissed, but I was really happy to see fucking Yusuke beat the shit out of him. So
yeah, and here's the thing, I'm not like. There's a couple of images of this man in his 100% form where it seems like stuff is coming out of the pipes that are leaving his body. And in at least one of them, it do be kind of looking like cum, though. It does kind of look like green cum. A little bit.
Let's hold on. Well, I don't know what you're looking at, so I'm gonna look it up right now. Like, oh fuck yeah! I don't know where this even came from.
Yeah.
He does. I don't think he does that in the show. It looks like he's using them as jets.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like he's an armored core.
I don't remember him doing this in the show.
I don't know.
I really hate this transformation.
Boy, I do not like this.
Because like he's so cool, like he gets more strong, buff, and then it just gets gross. I'm looking. Oh god, I was looking at it earlier, and I'm looking at it again, and then, man.
The thing is, Togashi is really good at doing body horror. I don't know why.
Well, everyone has their style, so, and a contract. Maybe maybe he got his wife to help him with this one, since she's the one who did Sailor Moon.
Yeah,
you know, she drew some of those monsters.
True. She's like, have you thought about organic pipes?
Like, if I think about like transformation and why I think she helped, like Sailor Moon in the intro when Queen Beryl turns from like a normal woman to a demon.
Yeah,
like that looks pretty creepy.
It does. It looks great.
So maybe, like I said, maybe like they helped each other. I don't know.
God.
Give us your last bottom.
All right. My last bottom may be a controversial one.
Ooh.
It is a basic bitch one, but it is a controversial one, I think. And it is Itadori Ryuji into Sukuna from Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh, oh fuck.
The main character of the
Yeah,
show.
yeah, but I'm trying to think of what his transformation like look like.
Okay. Picture the main character Jujutsu Kaisen. He's got pink hair that's kind of spiky. He's got a big
Yeah,
dumb look on his face.
but doesn't he just get like lines on his face?
Yes, he does. He gets lines that
Wait,
have eyes in them.
that's
That's
right. What?
it.
What's his
Two of
name?
them.
I forget what his name is. What?
It's Itadori Yuji, from Jujutsu Kaisen, and he turns into Sukuna, Sukuna. He's got a couple lines on his face,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
face
yeah.
tattoos, but he's also got a couple of
he
lines
has,
around his eyes where extra eyes show up, and it's
that's right.
nothing.
I haven't seen it in a while, but yeah, he has the Game Boy Advance tribal tattoo on his face.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's oh man, I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty lame.
It's
That's that's really lame.
the thing is, a lot of people currently are like, "Oh, Jujutsu Kaisen's like one of my favorite anime," and I'm like, I have seen this shonen anime so many times, and this is so not different
The
than any
show
other
is
shonen anime.
the show's good.
The
I'll
show
say
is
that.
like, I think the show is fine. I would not rank it higher than an A minus, but like it's
Yeah.
fine. This transformation is nothing.
Yeah, it really is. It man, I didn't even think about that. I saw it on the list, but I didn't. I'm like, I can't rant about Jujutsu Kaisen enough. Like I know he ate the demon finger and now he's cursed, but like I don't really.
Well, the thing
I don't
is,
like
it would be cool if it was like, oh, every demon finger he eats, he gets like
a crazy new fucking.
yeah, or like his face does some weird shit, or like another arm comes up. Because if I'm not mistaken,
Oh yeah,
Sukuna had 4 arms.
yeah.
So
Sukuna
like
had forearms.
that would be sick if it was like, oh yeah, it's him and he's got these big fucking buff 4 arms. He's like fucking Zoro Ashura. Like that would be sick. But
yeah,
no.
just tattoos like random place on his face. Yeah, you know what? I know why it's controversial, but like it's lame. It's
It
really
is.
lame. It's very lame. Oh man. My last pick is like a really goofy one.
I'm
If
ready.
you wanna
Lay it on me, Fee.
search it up, you can. Seven Deadly Sins Meliodas. When he goes into demon form. It is such a stupid looking.
Oh.
It is such a stupid looking deviant art ass fucking
Yeah.
bad just shadow like oh god his feet look stupid, his wings, everything about it is stupid. I hate it.
If I can describe this for you at home, dear listener, imagine a 12-year-old boy, and now imagine he's got on a vest, like a leather vest,
Just in tatters.
and it's got the like collar that's like
But
a collar,
not-
like a vampire collar that's coming up around him.
But like not even. It looks like they wanted it to be a collar, but then they decided what if it's like a collar / scarf that
Yeah.
like flows.
That like yeah, and it comes around like a fucking vest, and then comes down to like what looks like a
Tuxedo.
a tuxedo tails. Yes, that's exactly what
Yeah.
I was about to say. And then he's also got Super Saiyan 4 pants, by which I mean right above the pubic bone and in the V shape, all black. And all of that, by the way, is just black and with like purple rim lighting on it sometimes.
It's so stupid looking. And because the animation, because it came out on Netflix, when you see it in movement, it looks so bad. It looks awful. I hate, because I love this show so much. Like there's a lot of good shit in it.
Mhm.
But then when I saw this, I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like there's reasons why he looks like this. and reasons why like he's like evil looking now, but like
Mhm.
boy, it looks stupid. It's 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 not intimidating.
I'm gonna be real with you, Fee. None of those reasons are good enough to justify this.
I this is bad. This is such a bad. This is a really bad transformation.
Yeah,
Like
this is imagine like the character design here is imagine if you took a good boy and then you were like, I'm gonna draw him evil and fucked up, but you
yeah,
didn't make any notable changes to his body. You just put him in different clothes and made
you,
him smirk. Then
yeah,
you're like, yeah, now he evil and fucked.
you just learned about Shadow the Hedgehog and you want to make your OC fucking edgy.
Yes, 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 yes. This is exactly who this is. This is Shadow the Hedgehog Melodious.
God, oh man, like I was racking my brain with bad transformations, and like I was searching through like all the animes I know, and I found a good transformation, Seven Deadly Sins, but I'm like, is there any more? And
Mhm.
I saw like Demon Form Meliodas, and I'm like, oh yeah,
Oh
this one.
no.
I was like, this one. Oh, so I had to, because I remember when I watched it, I'm like, this is stupid in motion.
You're
This
like,
looks dumb.
oh. Just gonna
Oh, I
fast
hate
forward a
it.
little bit.
That and yeah, that's our top and bottom transformations.
Yeah.
There there was a couple I have in like my noteworthies.
Okay.
Uh I thought you were gonna choose like Denji when he becomes Chainsaw Man.
That's a fucking really good transformation.
Yeah, like oh the first episode, right? I believe, right?
Hmm.
It's such like a very gory, like emotional one. But I think it was really good, but I don't think it left much of an impact.
Yeah,
It
the
was
actual
just
transformation is kind of whatever.
mhm.
Um,
What he does is
hmm.
what makes it cool.
Yeah.
But the transformation is just kind of like Chainsaw comes out and he becomes a demon. But
Like
I
the part where like the chain of the chainsaw starts slowly putting his body parts back together in the fucking dumpster. God, it's
yeah
disgusting and great. I love it.
yeah, it's so good. But I couldn't justify it being on a list.
Hmm.
There was also Yugi becoming the Pharaoh.
Oh, yeah. You mean where his hair goes up and his voice, like he puberties?
He yeah, he gets a foot taller,
Hmm.
and then someone behind him screams Yugi.
Yeah, yeah. That comes. It's in the Millennium Puzzle. Actually, there's a little speaker.
Little speaker. Oh shit! And the only reason I put that one on is because like I love. I don't know if it's the first or second episode where he battles the evil out of Seto Kaiba.
Hmm.
And he fucking gives him a coma. He gives him the coma beam.
Yeah.
And then the evil he pulls out of Seto Kaiba becomes a clown later on.
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh's a weird show.
It is a
And it
weird
took-
show. There's a lot of parts about it that like if you watched it whenever you were growing up and then you watch it again now, just like with Dragon Ball, you'll be like, did that really happen? I don't fucking remember that happening actually.
Yeah. But man, like, so it's a weird show based around a card game, and the manga wasn't about just the card game.
Hmm.
It was about like many different games and like stuff. But it's so weird. I also put on the list Cell when he transforms to Perfect Cell when
Ooh.
Vegeta gives up 18.
Hmm.
That's such a fucking good transformation.
Yeah. There's hmm. Yeah. There are a number of like good Dragon Ball Z ones. We could have just done Dragon Ball Z this whole time because there are so many good and bad ones all at the same time.
Yeah, there's a lot, but like I want to like branch off. There's also like Sailor Moon. I put Sailor Moon when she transforms because it's iconic. Goten and Trunks fusion.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I also Seven Deadly Sins Escanor when he becomes fucking huge and beefy.
Mm-hmm.
So
Pretty
like
good.
those are all my noteworthies. I also put Digimon. I didn't think anyone would put like Pokemon or Digimon on either of our lists.
Yeah, I feel like
I
evolution doesn't count, so
well I put Digimon because like they at least revert back, right?
yeah, that's fair.
They transform to power up. There's so many to choose from, but I chose like the iconic ones, like when Patamon turns into Angemon and fucking shoots a beam through Devimon's chest.
That's fucking sick.
And it was so fucking good. And or like Greymon or War Greymon,
Mm-hmm.
so good. I grew up with Digimon, dude. Fucking such a sick ass show.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, that's our list.
Yeah.
Or that's our show, and I really enjoy giving top and bottom threes.
Yeah, if we missed any things that you think should have been on the list, please leave us a comment on wherever. If you're listening to this on YouTube, leave it there.
Put a note in a bottle, and we'll get it.
Yeah, write it. Like carve it into like a sidewalk and take a picture, and we'll get it somehow.
And yeah, tag us.
Yeah,
We'll get it.
If you're listening to this on YouTube, which it comes out every Wednesday at 2 p.m., then yeah, leave us a comment about it. You could also be watching us live and talking in Twitch chat right now at twitch.tv/GoGetUsPod, where you can listen to us do the show live before it comes out, which is boy, is that a perk. And you can come and follow us here and you'll get a notification whenever we go live. Otherwise, if just audio is your thing, you can listen on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, any podcatcher that you have will have our show on it, and that'll come out at like 5 a.m. So you can, you can go to work and listen to a little podcast on your way there.
Yeah, I'm just saying, the more people that like, follow, and subscribe, the cooler things we can get incorporated into your viewing pleasure.
Yeah, like
doing your mom.
Couldn't pay me enough. Yeah. So leave us a comment at all those places. Also, take a look at our TikTok and our YouTube shorts, and Fee, tell them what they can do.
Here's what I want you to do. I want stupid. I want you to take your best friend and go and confront the school's biggest bully and fight him. And then when the bully retaliates by killing your best friend, I want you to transform into your best form, real iconic, real emotional, and go get him.
His ass.
Get him. Go get him.
Go get him! But also, this does involve a murder in presumably a school, and
it could be outside at the bodega.
Okay, well, that's still of school age. This is a murder of children, Fee.
Aren't most animes? Don't they have murders of children?
You know what? You got a fucking point, actually. That's I mean, I'm thinking about Dragon Ball. Krillin basically looked like a kid, let's be honest.
Krillin died as a child in a tournament. He got his neck snapped.
Yeah, and then he came back, and then he died as an adult that looked like a child twice.
Nappa straight up almost killed Gohan by like backslapping him.
Yeah.
Gohan's died. Like kids died. Yeah. Baby Trunks died when Majin Buu turned everyone in the world into the chocolate and ate them.
Yeah, but if listen, you can't be counting the baby. You can't be counting Boo and the baby. You can't be counting that. That's way different than like go to your school bully and then watch him murder your best friend
in cold blood. You avenge him and you find the Dragon Balls and resurrect him.
I guess that's true. And on the plus side, all of this is insanely possible in America. So that's good. We got that
Oh,
going
yeah.
for us.
Yeah, goodbye.
Bye.